Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Shadowrun Returns, the game that always has correct audio and the video never cuts out on you. So we're back. I can't go back onto the streets just yet, so I can't show you the rest of the Barons like I had hoped to, but I can show you the rest of the club here. For those of you that didn't watch the full experience of last episode, we went to the crime scene where Sam Watts was murdered, and we talked to a cop who had an affinity for coffee and jelly donuts, which is not a cliche. That's totally original material. And then we wound up here at the Seamstresses Union. So some interesting background on these characters. Just some little dialogue. I encourage you to watch the episode if you're interested in the backstory. But this is what the nightclub looks like, or the bar, or whatever the heck they want to call it. This guy over here sells armor. Jin sells weapons, I believe. This guy is just awesome. He's a bouncer and he's very classy. This guy over here is a man of few words, but we will be talking to him quite a bit more. This is the mage vendor. And then this is Mrs. Kubota. She is kind of the proprietor of this establishment. So, she gave us a key to a bartender's whose name is Coyote. She's been missing for 2 days, and she asked us to go and investigate her room and look for clues, see if we can figure out where she is. Also, we did get some new armor. It's a top hat, and it's got a nifty glove, and you can see, there it is, the deck that I'm using. It's okay for now. I'm not sure I'm going to stick with it for the long haul, but for now it works. So we're going to go up to Coyote's room and we're going to continue our game. So we've got something here. There's a mid-grade security panel attached to the nearby door. It's set to require a password for entry. Here we are. This is the first time we get to use decking. Fantastic. Let's hack this panel. Excellent. I don't think I actually got to open this door in my first playthrough because I had no decking ability whatsoever. This is creepy. This is creepy as all get out. What do we got? The stuffed bear seems to be hiding something. Oh. So this is someone's drug stash. Yeah, and this is the one we don't really care about because it lowers our intelligence, so we're going to leave that alone. I wonder if there's anything else in here. No. Interesting. So, let's go to this next door. See what we got. Okay, another creepy room. Anything here we can click on? No. Alright, next room. So we got some dilapidated washing machines over here. Some exposed circuitry. Seems pretty dangerous. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Looks like Coyote keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. The stand is littered with action movies and cigarette butts. A framed painting of the Chicago skyline done in the stylized silhouette. Oh, that's a tongue twister if I've ever heard one. Okay, we got something here we can pick up. Coyote's bed has a diary with several papers sticking out of it. Well, let's take a look. There's a receipt stuck between the pages and a diary entry. Let's look at the receipt first. It's a receipt for a Browning Max pistol from Gin Park downstairs with a note saying how big guns on hot women turn her on. Okay, then. Read the diary entry. I came back from my shift to find 4 of Paco's goons sleeping on our apartment floor. It's getting fragging ridiculous. I want to be with him, with the real Paco, but this cutter drug keeps messing everything up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. It's how I make cash, baby, he always says. I try to tell him he doesn't need the cash. I can support us both with what I make at the Seamstresses Union, but he still goes on these runs. With these bozos all over my floor, I feel like he's just seeing how far he can push me before I kick him out. I try to be patient, but why does it have to be all one way? So let's go to a different page. Oh, wait. We missed something. Yeah. As soon as the last cutter was out the door, I lost it. I told him if he ever pulled Drek like that again, he would be sleeping in the alley. Of course he begged and pleaded with me, telling me it wouldn't happen again. I don't want to deal with this anymore, but I don't want him to leave. He's the reason I got through all that stuff last year, got my bartending license, got this apartment, and this life. I know he cares about me and loves me, more than his involvement with the Cutters. I just wish I could slice out that gang from our life together, slice out the fear that comes along with it. Open the diary to the second paper. The paper has a handwritten poem on it, and a diary entry. What does the poem say? Let's just say that Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. Nice. Sometimes it seems like Paco reads my mind, or my diary. Maybe he does the latter. I wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Paco! Ever since last week, he hasn't mentioned the Cutters once. He leaves the apartment with a "see you in a few hours, babe," and returns later without comment. I don't know if it's really going to help for us to avoid this subject in conversation completely, but I have felt better without our constant arguing about it. The last 2 nights, I've come home from work to Paco waiting up for me, slouching on the old dumpster couch with a novel 4 inches from his face. I imagine that as I turn the key in the door, he perks up and makes himself look especially studious for when I get the door open. He seems superficially surprised to see me, but I love this little act. Flip to a different page. There is a receipt and an old photograph stuck between the pages. What does the receipt say? A COD receipt for a special order. 5 pounds of zebra meat from Mari's Meat Emporium located near Pike Place Market. Interesting. The picture shows a young girl with caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yet she is smiling. The back of the photograph has "Shadow" scrawled on it. Let's flip to a different page. 4th paper. A receipt for a wall safe installed near the bathroom door, set to a combination of 342436. Excellent. So we found the combination for the safe, which is probably right here. So let's inspect this computer first. Ooh, that stinks. So if we had decking 3, we could run a brute force password crack on this computer, which really stinks, but what are you going to do? Coyote's computer is ancient, probably fished out of a junkyard. It doesn't even have a data jack, and the cracked display is covered with fingerprints. Tapping the keyboard causes the dust-caked fans to spin up, only to display on screen password. Without the password, the only other button on screen is a password recovery option. So we'll have to try the password recovery. Please answer 3 security questions to reset the password. Your first childhood pet. Well, we know it's not Paco. It could be Shadow. Let's go with Shadow. Answer stored. Question 2. Your favorite musical act. This one I don't know, so we're going to leave the computer. See if we can find any more information. Something tells me we're not going to be getting into this computer, which stinks, but what are you going to do? Alright. Well, we'll just guess. If we don't get in, we don't get in. So we'll go with Shadow, and we'll go with Concrete Dreams. Name of the hometown, Chicago. Answer stored. Security questions incorrect. So I'm pretty sure about 1 and 2, or 1 and 3. So let's see if we can figure out the answer number 2. Okay, answer stored. Incorrect. Let's try one more time. And you guys at home are probably seeing something on screen that I'm not, and are yelling the answer to me. Sorry about that. Alright. Well, we're just going to move on. Let's go to this safe. I'm really sad that I don't have the decking skill required to hack it. So that's going to be my next priority, because a decker that can't deck is no deck at all. Alright, the safe beeps cheerfully in response, and the door comes open. Oh, we got a basic frag grenade. The 12 damage and AoE would be nice. I don't know if it's worth giving up probably a med pack for. Yeah, let's do it. And we don't lose the med pack. We just, it gets sent to our stash so that we can retrieve it later. Can we go into the bathroom? Are there any clues there? Also, I have to take a dump. I haven't seen Dresden do that once this game. So, I mean, come on now. Now, what is our objective? Get into Coyote's computer. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, we're just going to have to brute force this, which stinks. Just keep guessing. Shadow. Maria Mercurial. Chicago. Nope. Let's try Shield Wall. Okay, Starfire. There it is. Your password has been reset to whatever. For security, never write down your password. Logging you in. The computer has a basic list of applications. Oh, we gained some karma. Nice. We've got calendar, contacts, access history. Calendar. 3 days ago, meet with Delilah about gig. Today, meet Paco for a date at Pike Place Market, due in 30 minutes. Well, we know exactly where she's at then. Contacts. Coyote's contact list is exactly one entry, someone named Paco. There is no comlink number or other contact information for him available. This does not seem like a very useful list of contacts. So true. A quick scan of her recent searches shows that Coyote has been reading a great deal about hellhounds. It also suggests that more than a casual interest in vintage action figures. Okay then. Alright, so we've got a new objective, but before we do that, we are going to spend our karma. And I'm going to go ahead and spend it on decking, if possible. Yep. Which lets us get a new deck. But hopefully we'll also unlock some more options for us further down the road. That is the thing that kind of stinks about games like this, is that you can't always guess how quickly you need to level up the skill you're most interested in. So we kind of got screwed this time, but hopefully we'll be ready for the next opportunity. And you know, we managed to get in. Mrs. Kubota, how can I help you? Did you know Jen Park sold Coyote a gun? I'd be more surprised if she hadn't. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers, but around here you need a gun just to take trash out of a dumpster. Coyote has a date with Paco at Pike Place Market in the next half hour. If you would go down there, it might bring me peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. It should be able to get you there in time. Gambate kudasai. Good luck. Okay. As you can see, I'm going with 2 different saves after the fiasco that was last episode. So I'm going to leave this one alone and just use this throughout this episode. And hopefully this is the episode you'll be seeing, not what I'm going to have to re-record, because the video gets lost again. Take a cab to Pike Place Market. Absolutely. Let's do it. Pike Place Market. You catch a cab from Touristville to Pike Place Market in a mercifully quiet ride that takes you from probably going to get mugged to probably going to pay too much for your drinks. Compared to the urban wasteland of the Barrens, the downtown area is filled with modern buildings, lighted streets, and unbarred shops, all living beneath the shadows of massive corporate arcologies. For many, these arcologies are home. For others, they're hulking monuments to where the world went wrong. Famous for its fishmongers, Pike Place Market, forget it, has been around since the early 1900s overlooking the bay. Now it's a market for all things, legal and illegal, a melting pot of the haves and have-nots. Even though most of the shops are closed, the sights, sounds, and smells of the market hit you from the moment you step out of the cab. So now we're trying to look for ultimately Coyote, but we'll probably run into Paco first. Universal Brotherhood. Build a better tomorrow. Patrick. The handsome young man turns away from the crowd and fixes you with his full, completely undivided attention. Ma'am, you are a beautiful elf, but you could be so much more. Uh-huh. I'll be going now. At this point, we have no interest in cults. Refurbished flowers for sale. Synth juice for sale. Just fab today. Alright then. Alright. Oh look, it's Paco. Hey, seen my friend around? Tall lady, dreads. The kid in front of you sports the trademark yellow of the Cutters gang. Young, clean-shaven, he stands like he owns the street and everyone on it. He seems distracted, though, glancing around with increasing agitation. He looks over as you approach. Watch yourself, dandelion ear. What do you want? Are you Paco? Yeah, might be. Who the hell are you? I'm the one who's going to pretend you have better manners. I need to find Coyote. And I need you to tell me why you think that's my problem. I'm not her boss. Find her yourself. I was just at the union. She's missed 2 shifts, and Mrs. Kubota hasn't been able to reach her on her comm. The tough guy swagger seems to drain out of Paco. The cutter is gone, and before you stands a kid in a yellow jacket that doesn't quite fit. Coyote's missing? Oh man, that would explain. She was supposed to meet me here over an hour ago. Look, sorry for getting your face like that. What else do you know? If she's missing, I need to find her. Do you know a fixer named Mr. Delilah? Coyote had a meeting with him a few days ago. I know of him, sure. Blake doesn't allow any cutters to take side gigs, though, so I got no reason to deal with him. Coyote hasn't said anything about taking new work. Wait a minute. Dreck, I know where she went. Damn, why couldn't she wait? Damn it. Tell me where she went. The Royale Apartments. The landlord, Stevie J, runs a drug ring out of that hellhole. Coyote grew up there. Doesn't like to talk about it much. She's been looking for a way to settle the score with that guy for years. A few days back, I heard Mr. Delilah was looking for runners to steal some sort of item out from under Stevie J's nose. She must have taken the job. I'm sure of it. And if his thugs caught her... There's a grim determination in Paco's eyes. I'm going over there. You coming? One more thing. Coyote had a receipt for some zebra meat from a place called Maury's Meat Market. Ever heard of it? Zebra meat? What? Look, that shop's just down the block if you want to check it out, but I'm going to the Royale with or without your help. What's it going to be? I'll help you get Coyote back, but you'd better be able to handle yourself in a fight. Things might get ugly. Of course now I know my way around a fight. Stevie J better be ready for a world of hurt. Paco curls his hands into a fist. Now let's get moving. The Royale is just a few blocks from here. Okay. So we've got an optional objective to go to the Meat Emporium, and our main objective is to go and get Coyote. Let's go ahead and level up. Spend our karma. It might make sense to get more points in shotgun at this point. We could also do ESP control, which wouldn't be bad. Can't put any more points in charisma yet. Yeah, let's go ahead and put some points into shotgun and bank the rest. So now we can see the critical damage percentage that's visible when using the shotgun, which is nice. Alright, we will save. Alright. So now, I think I'm going to do that optional quest first. So the compass is telling us to go this way for the regular quest, which means I'm going to go anywhere but. So this is closed off. This may actually be it. It says meat market, I think. Nope. Alright. This is where we came from. Okay. So we'll go a little further up. Hopefully we can find something. Alright, there's a guy to talk to. Manny. Ah, Maury's Meat Emporium. Perfect. The small meat stand presents an enormous diversity of dead animals, from cow and canine to the exotic and paranormal. The pictures on the back of the stand feature a much older version of the man in front of you. As soon as he notices Paco, the proprietor's eyes become hard and angry. What do you want? You know we can't afford more. Relax, man. My friend just has a question. You must be Maury. Do I look like a fat old man to you? I'm Manny. Maury's my dad. Now what do you want? Do you know someone named Coyote? Nope. I don't go in much for that shaman stuff. What would someone want to buy zebra meat for? Some people eat it, but I wouldn't recommend that. Tough as nails. We mostly sell it to corp security teams who use it to reward their hellhounds. The flamers go crazy for that stuff for some reason. Oh, Drek. That's why Coyote wanted zebra meat. Everyone talks about the pet hellhound Stevie J keeps locked up somewhere in the Royale, and if she never picked it up... Whatever. Anything else? I have this receipt for an order of zebra meat. Still have it for me? I'll look it up. Yeah, I got it right here. 2 days past the pickup time. Didn't think anyone was going to come for it. Here, it's all yours. What's your problem with Paco? Why don't you ask him? What the hell is that supposed to mean? It means that your gang likes to stroll through here and relieve us merchants of our nuyen. My dad stood up to them, and he's still in the hospital. Look, that's not my problem. I'm at the bottom of the cutter ranks anyway. I couldn't do dreck about that, even if I wanted to. Tell that to my dad. I don't have time for this. We need to find Coyote. Yeah, let's get going. So we got some zebra meat, and it's a good thing we did, because it seems like there's going to be some hellhounds that we can hopefully avoid fighting. Wouldn't it be a problem if we were, say, street samurai or something like that, but we're not. As your eyes adjust to the flashing lights, you spot the body of a woman, dead on the pavement behind the police line. Panic spreads across Paco's face. Oh no. Is that Coyote? This isn't happening. God damn it! Pull yourself together. Take a look. Is that her? Paco steps forwards and breathes a huge sigh of relief. No, it's not her. Thank God. Look, let's not hang out here too long, alright? Too many Lone Star pigs around. Paco looks over at the victim again. It's too bad. Whatever happened here? I'm not going to let anything like this happen to Coyote. So let's talk to this officer. A Ripper murder. A tall, emotionless Lone Star officer blocks entry to the crime scene. Behind her, you spot the lively face of the organ grinder's coroner, Dresden. This is an active Lone Star investigation. Please step away from the barrier. I'm here to see Coroner Dresden. And who might you be? It's all right, officer. She's with me. Dresden steps up to the barrier with a warm grin. The officer looks at you with poorly concealed skepticism. Okay then, make it quick. Lying on the pavement is the body of a young human female. Her eyes have been gouged out completely, and you notice a string of bite marks along her left arm. Yikes. Dresden. We meet again. So what brings you out here? Hot on the trail of a dead man's killer? Coincidence, believe it or not. I take it I've stumbled across another Ripper murder? Yeah, that's what it looks like. As you can see, the Ripper went for the eyes this time. Pretty clean work. I gotta hand it to him. Our Ripper knows what he's doing. Or she, I suppose. Can you tell if she was subdued in some way before her eyes were removed? That's the strange thing. There don't seem to be any signs of a struggle, not a single bruise on her body. Yet she was clearly alive when the eyes were taken, died of blood loss shortly thereafter. As to what knocked her out, I won't know until I can run some tests back at the lab. What about the bite marks? Ah, completely unrelated. It appears some wild dogs dragged the body out here from the alley, sometime after her death. Okay. So, the Ripper takes Sam Watts' liver and this woman's eyes. Any theories? Trophies of some sort, I suppose. Probably of some symbolic significance to the killer. Beyond that, I couldn't speculate. What about magic use? Any sign of magic use here? There was evidence of an unusual explosion in the alley where Sam died. Now there's an interesting thought. No, nothing obvious, though. I'm sure when McCluskey shows up, he'll call in a full magical forensics team, though, just to be sure. Do we know anything about the victim? Well, not much. Dresden scratches his head absent-mindedly, probably breaking some sort of sanitation protocol. She's been dead for about 3 hours. Her name was Lucy Warden, worked at the Stuffer Shack just around the corner. Looks like she was just leaving work when it happened. I thought you ran the Redmond franchise. Isn't Pike Place a little far from home? Yeah, well, I don't really mind the change of scenery, Dresden laughs. The corner for the downtown branch is out on maternity, so I told management that I'd cover for her on this one. Plus, I want this sicko caught. Alright, thanks, Dresden. Hey, I figure if I help you out, there's a better chance to get this scumbag off the streets a little sooner. McCluskey wants the Ripper in his cell, sure, but he couldn't care less if it takes another dozen murders. Good luck out there, eh? Dresden starts to turn back to the body, then stops. Speaking of McCluskey, you should probably get going soon, before he shows up. Good idea. We'll talk to the officer real quick, and then there's someone over here we can talk to. Officer Aguirre. The plainclothes Lone Star officer before you sports a tacky hat and a crooked grin to match. So you're the one who's working for the dead man, eh? McCluskey warned us you might be sniffing around the Ripper. Lucky for you, I got here before McCluskey. I'm Officer Aguirre. Pleased to meet you. Now, seeing as this crime scene is going nowhere fast, what can I do for you? Do you have any leads about the Ripper that I should know about? Ha! Plenty if you ask McCluskey, but the truth is, we're as clueless as you probably are. What can you tell me about the murder? Not much, really. We know it was about 3 hours ago, and we know that her eyes have been surgically removed. Didn't need Dresden to figure that much out. He's been looking at the body, though, so he might have more. Me, I've been scanning the rest of the scene and looking for witnesses, but no luck so far. Damn Ripper might as well be a ghost. Thanks for nothing. The officer's friendly demeanor falls away. Hell, I shouldn't even be letting you set foot on this crime scene, let alone answering your damn questions. Frag off, then. Yeah, whatever. Elf. The elf standing before you may quite possibly be the ugliest elf you've ever seen. His meticulously clean lab coat, format jacket, and old-fashioned bow tie give him the look of an undertaker from centuries past. He notices you approach and locks eyes with you, smiling a thin, unnerving smile. Hello there, stranger. Might I inquire, do you know which organ grinder's facility this body will be removed to? Why would you want to know something like that? The elf giggles, a strange, high-pitched warble you would not expect to emerge from his misshapen face. Oh, just a hobby. Never mind that, though. A good evening to you, and your friend, the coroner. Suspicious as all get out. We did earn a karma. I don't think we're going to be spending that just yet, though. This seems like a pretty good place for the cut. So next time we will be going into the Royale apartments. Hopefully we'll find Coyote, but if not, we will probably find lots and lots of combat. Thanks so much for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.